everybody. Just gave a couple of seconds. We'll see if people are going to log on to this. Welcome. This is my first Facebook Live. I'm very excited and very nervous at the same time. People don't think I get nervous, but I actually do. And you know what the worst part is? Too much information already. Get that nervous belly. Oh, it's the worst. Anyway, so just finished doing a combat class and a couple of PT sessions today. So this live Facebook session, hey Kay, is all about why do you need a PT? Why are we here? What do we do? And what can we do for you? Hey Zen, nice to see you tonight. Thanks for supporting. So I've been a PT for, I would say, going on about almost 14, 15 years now. Now I didn't start off with PT, I started with group fitness. That's where I found all my passion for fitness, was through group fitness. But even myself, as a group fitness instructor and studying PT, with all the training that I do, I found for myself personally that I also needed my own PT. So I actually had my own PT train me about 3 times a week. And I kept that going for a number of years. And I have to say, the results that I got from that were amazing. Like, I was pushed, I was challenged, and when I had a bad day, I was nurtured, you know, because a PT can also be a bit of a therapist. You know, we always have that need to vent. So what's tonight about? If you have any questions that you want to ask about PT, why should I have a PT, what do they bring to the table, how often should I do it, then now's the time to ask. All right. So first of all, one of the main things that a PT does is keeps you accountable. Now in our society, we are so fast at going from one thing to another because we're not held accountable, or we don't feel like we can stick to a program, or it might just be anything in life really. Okay, so the best thing about a PT is that you are, one, financially accountable. So you think, well, that's a bit of a strange thing to say. Well, it's not. Where you invest your time, where you invest your money, okay, is where you're going to invest part of your life, right? So if you are financially committed to something, you're going to turn up, okay? If it was free, you'd pick and choose where you want to go. So accountability first financially, it's going to give you the results that you want because you're going to turn up. Second thing is just plain old accountability. You've got someone here waiting for you to turn up. Hey Julie, hey Rick, you've got someone who's here ready for you, waiting for you, who's spent time organising your session. And I know that you don't want to let them down either. All right, so number one, accountability is huge, okay? Second thing, don't forget to ask any questions, okay? What's the recommended session length? Okay, so good question. Okay, I would recommend a minimum of half an hour. Now, if you're doing that half an hour, it's probably best if you are warmed up first. So I will get my clients to come in, get on the treadmill, maybe do a little bit of core work before they start to see me, because half an hour is okay, and it's suitable. But if you want to get good results, we want to focus that whole half an hour on whatever your goals are. So I'll recommend, if it's a half an hour session, come in first, ask your trainer for warm-up tips so you can do it safely and successfully. And then once that half an hour starts, we're into the workout. We can do 6, 8, 9 quality exercises in half an hour, okay, if you've got that time. I think for me, a great amount of time is 45 minutes, okay, because you've got that little bit of recovery time, you're not racing from one thing to another, so it makes it a bit more comfortable, I guess, because you get that chance to breathe a little bit more, okay? If you want to do an hour, be prepared to really work. An hour is a long time. I do have one particular client who I adore, who has to have their hour session, okay? So an hour is a long time to have someone in your face telling you to push, to go, to get moving, to up your weights, to up your cardio. So if you have a very set specific goal and a very short time to do it, maybe go for those hour sessions. So right there in the middle, 45 minutes is a beautiful amount of time. Be a good quality workout in that time. Another thing, another question. What should I do on the other days if I did my PT twice a week? Okay, so it depends on what your goals are. If your goals with your PT is to have hypertrophy, okay, to build your muscle mass, okay, a good thing to do on the off days is maybe incorporate a little bit of cardio and maybe some lighter volume sets. So work on a bit more volume. Save the big weights, especially if you're doing at least 2 sessions a week. Save the big lifts, the big heavy movements for your PT, where you've got that professionalism next to you, you've got good guidance, okay, good progression through that strength session, okay? So on the off days, I will focus on more of the smaller muscle groups, doing more volume, which means more reps, but lighter weights, and then get some good quality cardio in there. Even spend a day or two going for a nice walk on the beach down the Esplanade, okay? Hi Kylie, nice to have you on board. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, Another thing that we find when you come into a gym, most good gyms will provide you with a program, and you've got qualified PTs or Cert 3 people that will write those programs for you. And I don't know about you, but after a little bit of time, you want to progress, you want to move on. And so you've got to wait, book in, get in your program. One good thing, hi Penny, one good thing about doing the PT, or working with the PT, is variety. We do the hard work for you. Well, we do the research for you. You have to do the hard work. Okay, but as a PT, and I know from myself and my other colleagues here, we take the time when we go home, okay, we do our family stuff, but we're there researching what's the current trends in the fitness industry. What's the best way that I'm going to lead my client to their goals? So we think about you guys in our downtime, and we spend time researching and doing a variety of movements. So if we're focusing on deadlifts, well, what's the other exercises around that that's going to get you to your deadlift goal? Or what's other exercise around squats that's going to get you to lifting your heavy squats? So variety comes from a PT, whereas if you're coming every day, you might just find yourself sitting in the same regiment, and that's great for a while, but you'll become a little stagnant. So PT is going to offer you variety of exercise, okay, and the latest and current trends and what's going to work for you. We do the research so you don't have to, and then we pass that education on to you. Why are we making you do this? Okay, what's the goal for you? Where's this going to get you? Okay, all right. So variety. A third thing, measurable goals. People don't just come to train for the sake of training, okay? Everyone has something in the back of their mind that they want, whether they are small individual goals, okay, or whether they're big goals, okay? So a PT, when you sit down and discuss your initial sessions and things like that, talk about your goals. Have those small goals, but then have those big goals. For some of us girls, next year it's going to be a fitness comp. So we've got a massive goal that we're going to work towards. But for other people, it might just be to pick themselves up out of a chair, okay, with just their legs, not having to lean or roll. So depending on who you are, we all have those goals that we want to focus on. So share them with your PT, and we will create programs that will get you step by step, safely, effectively, to each one of those goals. And I'll tell you what, it's an exciting time when we see our clients hit a goal. And sometimes they forget, because we've got net record of it. They forget that they said that to you 6 months ago. And you go, did you know that that was your warm-up weight last time was only 20 kilos, and now your warm-up weight's 60. You know, it's little things like that that we help keep you on track, get you your little goals, your little milestones, and then get you those big goals, all right? So be daring. Choose, you know, have a goal in mind that you want when you go to see your PT, and find out if they're the right PT for you, all right? What's another thing I was thinking about? I was thinking about connection, okay? It's so easy, especially in a big facility like this. So you come, you're all hyper excited, you're ready to get into some big training goals, and then you feel lost. You feel lost in a crowd. You don't know where to go. You're not connecting with people. Maybe the first way for you to connect is to touch base and have a regular session, even if it's just once a week. So you've got someone there who's guiding you, you can connect with, you can talk to, you feel connected to the club, and you feel a confidence build on the gym floor. Because that's one big thing that a lot of people get intimidated about. They walk in and it's daunting, it's intimidating sometimes. But if you've got someone there side by side beside you, guiding you and leading you, then the confidence will build, and you'll find that when you walk into a gym, you start knowing people. Hey, you might meet other clients of your trainer, okay, but that's a good thing, you've got that connection. As I said in the beginning, we're your PT, we're here to get you strong, to get you cardio fit, to get you where you need to be. But you'll find we'll also become friends, okay? And so you'll have that connection with us personally as well, which is a really nice thing to have, okay? The only thing with that is that because we know you a little bit more personally, we might push it that little bit harder and go, hey, stay on track, come on, we'll get you where you want to go. All right. PT doesn't have to be a one-on-one situation. So if you think, I would love to do PT, but I'm really scared. Those trainers, oh my gosh, I've seen them work out, I can't do that. Maybe team up with a friend. There's no reason why we can't do team sessions, triple sessions, group sessions, okay? So whatever you want to do, if you want to do this with a friend, that is awesome, that is great. I know there's a few of us trainers who have people that train as friends or partners or couples, okay? It also helps with the cost, okay? Because if you're doing a couple session or a group session, then the cost is brought down a little bit to make it more viable for you as a group, okay? So speaking of that, people often think, I can't afford PT, it's too much, I don't have that extra, and I know, I'm a single mum of two, I've got to keep a roof over my kids' head. I know that money gets tight. but PTs aren't as expensive as you think, okay? I know we've got some fantastic quality trainers here. So to give you an indication, and honestly, I don't know everyone's price range, but I would assume that would start probably from as little as $30 a session, and it could go right up to $70 or $80 a session, depending on what you need, depending on the time that you want to have with your trainer, depending on the amount of days that you train. They may work out a deal if you train multiple times a week that you get a discount. And as mentioned, if you have a half an hour time slot at a certain amount, if you have a friend that comes along, maybe you can split the difference. So there are financial options when it comes to PT. It isn't as expensive as you think. And if you think about the amount of money you spend on a coffee every single day, sorry Alison, but the amount of coffee that you spend, the amount of money you spend on coffee every day, okay, say it's a minimum $5 a coffee every day. That's $30 at the end of a Monday to Friday. Guess what? One PT session is $30. Maybe make a coffee at home and put your investment into something that's going to get you fit, healthier, and have a better, easier, fitter life. Okay, Penny likes the $30 a session. I like that too, Penny. All right, so find a PT that you feel that you're going to be able to work well with. And it's okay to try a couple of us. Some PTs will offer free sessions, some won't, and that's okay. That's their prerogative to do so. But if you're not sure who the trainers you are, talk to reception. Get a bit of background on us. They know a lot about us. Okay, if you need to, lock down a time, call us for an appointment. We can just sit and chat on the phone, we can do a FaceTime chat, we can do a one-on-one, and just see if the PT that you're talking to is the right one for you. You generally get a feel for people, yeah? Okay, so take the time, have a look at who's available, okay, and we'll start doing that. All right, okay, what else do I want to talk to you about? Time. Hey, Carly. Hope you're feeling all right after your PT session today. Time efficiency. Not only is money important, but so is your time. Your time is important. Some people have to squeeze sessions in between kids' sports, between work, in a lunch break, whenever you can do it. So by having a structured session designed for you, you know you're going to be in at this time, you're going to be out at that time. It's a no excuses, no mucking around. You're in, you're out. You get a great workout in a good time slot. So guys, it's time efficient, okay? So you're not wasting time going, oh, what should I do next? Or should I move on to this? So guys, let's go. I'm sorry about the background noise. We're doing the best we can. We've got a few people out here training. Okay. What else do I need to talk about? Staying on top of your training, okay? So we will keep records of your training. We'll set little goals and little challenges. So your PT will keep track of where you are. So if you go, hey, listen, what was I lifting like 6 weeks ago? I don't remember. We can go back and go, okay, you were here 6 weeks ago and now you're here. Okay. Another good thing with having a PT is if you're coming back from injury or rehabilitation, then it's fine for us. We can come in and program a session to get you back to where you want to be. Okay. So is there value in a PT? I absolutely believe so. Not only because I'm a PT, but I have been a person who's had PT sessions for most of my fitness career, and I can definitely say they kept me in check. And I do a lot of training, but the PT takes you out of that normal comfort zone and brings you to where you need to be. Yeah. So guys, I appreciate your time. If you've got any questions, I can jabber on for another couple of minutes. I've got no problem talking, as some of you know, so that's all good. But feel free to send through some more questions while you've got me. All right. Value. Oh, we've got another question that's come through. John, how many sessions should we do in a week? That's a really good question. One, depends on your time. I would say if you have a specific goal, a minimum of 2 sessions a week, okay? I would recommend that would give you enough of a split program that your trainer can do to get you working your whole body. 1 session a week, if that's all you can do, that's okay. But I would suggest that the trainer will most likely make that big superset sessions, okay? More bang for your buck. But if you can peg out some time where you can do at least 2 sessions minimum a week, you're going to see results come through a little bit faster. You're going to get that progression moving a little bit more with a little bit more fluidity. Okay, so recommend 2 minimum. Okay. However, if you can do, I probably wouldn't do more than 4 a week. Okay, that's asking quite a lot. Okay, because you do need that downtime between your training sessions. Well, there we go, bit of peace. So, if you're doing a big heavy session with your trainer, okay, maybe the next day you do a lighter session, like I mentioned, volume or cardio, but have at least 24, 48 hours between. Okay, Penny, I want to look like a Kardashian. Can you make that happen? Courtney in particular. You know what? Penny, be who you are. You're perfect the way you are. Courtney, Kardashians, all that. I mean, who doesn't want to be like that? But look at the money and the time that they have to be able to invest in their training. We can make you look the best version of yourself, okay? We will do our very best to create the physique that you want to create. Comes down to good training, comes down to good nutrition. Don't forget nutrition, and we can help guide you through that as well. Okay, and the time you have. But your body type will ultimately depend on where you end up with your training. We can try our very best, okay, to get you where you want to be, make you look like a Kardashian, but that's going to take a lot of hard work and effort, okay? But hey, who knows? All right. Oh, thank you, sister. Awesome. All right, so minimum of 2 times a week is great. No more than 4. I think 3 times is max is pretty good for a trainer. Okay, how do you know if you got a bad PT? That's another question that's come through randomly today. A bad PT. Okay, I don't think we've got any bad PTs here, but I'm a little bit biased. Well, I can tell you one thing. One, they're sloppy with their work. They may not be prepared. Okay, you want a PT who's got you organised when you turn up. You may not be getting the results. They may not listen to you. Okay, they may look at themselves in the mirror more than they look at you. There's a whole reason of why a PT might not be a good quality PT. Okay, but I would suggest as long as you're connecting, you're getting results, you feel comfortable, and you know that they're putting in the work and they are completely dedicated to you during that time, then you've probably got a pretty good PT. It comes down to the results. But remember, results are not just on the PT. You have to put in the work too. So together, you'll create a phenomenal team, okay? All right, what else do we need to know? Any more questions? What should I concentrate on more, weights or cardio? Well, that depends on your goal, okay? The biggest and best way to change your body composition is through weights, okay? Cardio is fantastic to get your cardiovascular fitness and increase it. If you want to be a faster runner, sprinter, cyclist, triathlete, cardio is super important. But if you want to change your body composition, the way your body looks, the way the weight sits, you must do weights. If I do weights, am I going to bulk up and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the old days? No, you're not. You will get hypertrophy, but if we guide the training session to suit you, you can still have a lovely feminine physique, okay, with some nice muscle balance on top. If you're a bloke who wants to get big and strong and have that hypertrophy, hell yeah, we can do that for you as well. So don't think because I lift weights and I'm not doing as much cardio, I'm going to be big and bulky. It's just not true, okay? Alrighty. Oh, thank you, Carly. Alright guys, so we're going to wind this up. If you've got any other questions that you want to send through, if you missed out on anything tonight, if I didn't say something that you really wanted to know, send it through to us on our Facebook page, or bring a question in. Talk to me in person. I'm in the gym all the time. It's been so... Will my fat turn to muscle? Good question. No. You cannot convert fat to muscle, but what you can do is you can break down the fat cells, decrease the fat cell size, increase the muscle mass size. So people always go, oh my gosh, I'm going to turn this fat's going to melt away and turn into muscle. It doesn't. Fat isn't muscle, muscle isn't fat. Okay? So yeah, the muscle will dissipate, the fat cells will shrink and get smaller, and as you train, the muscle hypertrophy will increase, and so the look of toning, the look of the muscle will be greater than the fat that's on there, or the superficial fat that's on there. Okay? Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure. I'm here for you anytime, any questions. Have a great night, keep up your training, and don't forget, come and talk to a PT real soon. Good night.